Hi, this is Casey Johnson with Mississippi State Extension, and today I'm going to show you how easy it is to make a container garden. As you can see, probably a little bit behind schedule on getting some stuff planted, and if you're like me and spring got away from you a little bit, don't worry, it's still not too late. We're going to make a container garden today, and we'll get a tomato going. So, first of all, for your container, you want something that is wider than it is tall. That makes it stable. For tomatoes, peppers, larger plants like that, you want at least a 5-gallon capacity. For herbs, you can use smaller containers, gallon, quarts, whatever you have room for. Advantages of container gardening is it takes very little room, it takes very little input. You basically, if you have sunlight and access to water and some soil in a pot, you're going to be good to go. All right, we have our container full of a nice potting mix, loose potting mix. That's good because it's well drained. Any kind of commercially available potting mix, you see how light and fluffy this is right here. It'll allow it to drain. This container has drain holes in it, which is also very important. You're looking for the Goldilocks zone of water, not too much, not too little, just right. So if you're using a container that does not have drainage holes, make sure you get some holes in it so you don't get problems associated with too much moisture, some disease problems, fungal problems, what have you. Here is our tomato. This actually was a volunteer from last year that came up this spring, and I potted it and have basically ignored it, as you can see. It's not still exactly what you would call the pick of the litter among tomato plants. However, we're going to make this guy work. We got a pretty good root system going on it. I'm going to loosen them up a little bit, let them spread out, get ready to take root. Now, tomatoes are a little bit different than a lot of other plants. You can plant these as deeply as you want. It'll put on roots on this stem where you plant it deeper. So as you can see, it's kind of leggy and floppy, but we're going to get this guy deep into the ground and let the soil help support it. Eventually, it's going to need to be staked anyway. But we're going to get him down in there. All this, don't want to pack it down too tightly. I'm going to get it right here in about the middle of our container. I've got it buried pretty deep to make some extra roots along the stem. Just like that. Okay, tomatoes in. We're technically done now. We could be done now. I'm going to take it a step further, and I'm going to include some marigolds around here. This was bought at a local garden center. It's a dwarf mounding variety of marigolds, so it's not going to get really high and compete with the tomatoes. And so there's a lot of little ones in here. I'm just going to take them out and make them back into individual plants. I'm going to stick these around the tomato plant. Now, marigolds actually have some beneficial properties. A lot of pests do not like marigolds. They can help prevent nematodes. Look at that, they got good roots on them. I'm going to loosen the roots up a little bit. I'm just going to kind of make a little ring around the rosy here, around the tomato. And look, we made 5 out of 1. These should all fill in nicely and add to the visual interest of this, and also draw some beneficial insects perhaps. I'm going to add a little bit of a slow release fertilizer to this. Any type of these commercially available slow release fertilizers, you don't have to worry about burning your plants too much or over fertilizing with them. And then I'm going to water them in good. Get everything settled down. Nice watering can. You don't want to water it too heavily and wash the soil away from the roots. A nice gentle mimic a spring shower on them. How about that? All right, everything's planted and watered in. There are trade-offs with container gardening. It's very small and compact. It's going to have higher water requirements than plants that are in the ground in a traditional type garden or even raised beds. So you're going to have to keep an eye on it, and especially in the heat of the summer. Tomatoes are full sun. The marigolds are full sun. They have similar water sun requirements. Morning sun is better if you have the option to go up till lunchtime with it. They're like us. They don't want to sit out there and bake in the super hot sun in the middle of July. So keep an eye on it in the middle of summer. Probably going to water this every day, maybe twice a day when it gets really super hot. For more information on container gardening or all things vegetable production in the state of Mississippi, visit the MSU Extension website or contact your local Extension office. This is Casey Johnson. Thanks for watching.